has maybe a little bit more time, has been able to kind of refine their skills throughout the year. It's been interesting seeing CEOtaku happen in December just for that very reason, because we're seeing some of the players that I don't know as much, like Bozo, they're coming out and making a strong run on the loser side of the bracket.
Yeah, but we'll see if Marvelo has been making major adjustments throughout the weekend. 6P, 5H at max distance in certain matchups, as well as coming through now. So we'll see how we're able to do in our first matchup here of the top 16 right away. We're trying to play that long-range game and is able to get the cross-up off the rope.
Okay, yeah, Bozo on the Leo wiping, as we said earlier. Marvelo on the chips enough, has access to the tightrope, as we just saw earlier. But the DP, get that out of there, get the counter.
Yep, throwing that Sonic Boom as well, gets the pillar and is able to convert fully into the super. The overdrive breaks the wall, the guaranteed damage, and now Chipp kind of on the ropes here for himself.
Yeah, like anything will touch, like, yeah, just goes for the DP, goes for the tried and true on there, gets the tick throw on there afterwards, uses the RC, and uses the tightrope for help stabilize things, and we're going back over there. I liked it better at the first part of the stage.
Yeah, East Coast to West Coast, doesn't matter where it is, but maybe for Bozo,
misses
same situation.
Yeah, blocks on the YRC on there at the end. They're going to take back the round, like Bozo taking that first one.
Okay. Love that use of the fireball there. Peppering in as much as you can. Just be able to, you know, represent the option, but unfortunately they're punished with the 2K2D.
Called it out, like went back in for seconds on the tightrope here. Called it out with the DP, and we're going back in the corner, checking out with the low. I like that going over, using the tightrope to go ahead and get the setup, get the side swap on top of that here, and getting in for a reset on there afterwards to break down the wall one more time.
Oh, and there we go, that counter hit. That is what we saw in the earlier sets yesterday of how Marvelo was able to keep himself stabilized with winning footsie so consistently with those heavy normals.
Yeah, right back at it, 1-for-1 here. Top 16, this is on the loser side of the bracket, so the hell side rather, so one of the individuals will have to go home after this, but here comes with the burst, using that, keeping it on there, using it to bait out the 6P. Doesn't get really much else out of it except for the setup afterwards.
Oh, love that 2D, goes straight into the barrage here, manages to just make it to the corner for the shatter, so not too much damage here, but the hard knockdown is really what we need.
On the other side, we spin the win a little bit, blocking the overhead, cancels out with the PRC, going with the setup in here, and like blocked with the YRC.
Yeah, ends up caught in an airborne situation there. Never what you want to see, but some of that new routing here, as you can see, top to bottom, off the wall, but it doesn't matter with the flash kick.
The expectation, the patience on there to wait until the back turn to get the grab, and that's all you needed for Marvelo to get the first match in this set.
And straight back in for the both of them. No time to worry, no time to, you know, overthink these situations here. Again, the 5-8 beauty.
It's interesting, I don't see a whole lot of like tightrope, especially walking on top of it. Usually you see like kind of down on it, but using that just to avoid through. And we're already in positive bonus.
And that was such a crazy confirm off of 2 JPs, and then goes into the super maximum chip straight back down to the earth. We'll see where this leaves us in terms of the life totals here. PRC gonna try and make it 0.
We pick it up. Pitching on RC, already back, dashing away from the back turn. Not going to give you a chance in here. Gets a back turn, uses the PRC to try to keep their turn back, but the DP says no.
Oi, but Rekka too is able to sweep in on the legs. Very, very nice stuff for Marvelo, sitting on a burst lead as well as a round lead now.
Goes into the back turn here, like holding it down, keeping up, using the long reach of that of the star on there, get the follow-up, but here we go, setting up the tightrope yet again. Big use of that low normal in there to get back, and we get the counter on the low, and we're going to go right into overdrive.
Yep. Prominence burn, definitely the correct call in that moment. Distance closed and finds the cross-up, overhead applied, and there we go. Bozo, another round on the board, and a perfect here for Leo Whitefang. It's just one of those rounds. That's going to happen.
Yeah, no, exactly. Like, when you play Leo Whitefang, it's like, it's just, you have that feeling, that kinetic energy, the momentum that goes through there, and that's going to be one of those. And, like, has been kind of going back and forth on that. The trade on the DP at least gets Bozo away from Marvelo in there, enough to throw out a projectile on there. Baits out that DP, and there's going to be big damage for Marvelo.
And look at the routing here, all heavies coming off the rope. Definitely looking good, down to just a pixel of life, has to burst already.
Yeah, try to go in for the dropkick just a little bit too late, giving Marvelo a full advantage to go into RC and finish off that round there. 2 up already.
And as you mentioned, this is the hell bracket, the loser's side of the affair here. So no room for error. Bozo needs 3 straight right now. And with the way that Marvelo is playing, I'm not sure how the adjustments have to come through. Maybe a little more flash kick or just, I guess, a better aptitude in these footsies here, because it feels like Marvelo is doing a great job of dominating those spaces.
Yeah, looking out for the burst in there. Only comes out a little bit later. In that, Bozo has been trying to go in for these big risky, like the DPs either getting whiffed or getting punished, and all that has not been working out in the favor. There's been a couple times where those counters have been getting a little bit damaged, but like Bozo has to go a different route.
Oh, I love that YRC though. Good tech afterwards as well, but it doesn't matter. Footsies continue to be where Marvelo makes his money, taking it down to potentially the final round now. Bozo needs some massive adjustments again.
Going in on tightrope, coming down from the sky. Check out the circus act coming to town here. Marvelo going ahead, getting that positive bonus at least one more time here.
Boy, continues to threaten there at max range, playing the spacing so effectively, but the overhead connects from way farther than I think Marvelo was ready for, and one hit overdrive. The scaling is massive.
That is the kind of adjustments I want to see. It may be too little too late, I don't know yet, but does get the round regardless here.
Never say never.
That's
Still
true.
in it. Absolutely, a round apiece now. Bozo, full burst. Marvelo, more of the same.
Catch on low, does get the big counter on it, enough to get it set up, and this time does block the DP, has to burst out of it.
Effective burst timing though to be able to make sure we don't go off the rope, gets the hit and manages to get to the wall. Plenty of time to set up for the hard knockdown. Now we have 2 wild assaults or a burst or a deflect shield. Marvelo, all the resources on the table here.
Catches on it, goes into the instant air dash into the RC to realign things and go ahead and break that wall.
Still not quite enough here. Anything will do it though. BRC forward for the slowdown, goes for the run through, but Marvelo, the defense holds up, at least for now.
Already getting hit by the 6P, but just nothing else afterwards here. Bozo's on the last opportunity.
Oh, the 6P, just perfection. Drops the combo though.
Onto the other side, and that's all they wrote there. Marvelo will be moving on over Bozo. Continuing on the loser side of the bracket.
Yeah, after the wire. Team winners qualifier had a heartbreaker with Hotashi, a back and forth game 5 set. So both these two coming in off the back, they've got to have some renewed vigor with how they've both been sent to the losers bracket now. So let's see. Only one can continue here, and already MFCR with a clean jump in that gets the burst out of Lord Knight.
Yeah, Lord Knight throwing out enough to Tommy's to make an Airbnb happen there. Throw it out one more time. MFCR gets in with the punish in there. Just enough in there. Goes into the back turn method.
Yeah, and here we go. Continue with the vortex, sets up the pillar and goes for the left-right. Unstance into the throw is perfection, but there's the parry.
Yeah, very nice to use it. We're going for walkies though a little bit here. Cancels out to make the PRC happen with the air in there, but waits it out, get the DP. You're still tied up.
Oh no, and says, I'm not trapped in here with you.
Yeah.
Goes over the pillar. I love the idea there. I like how much Lord Knight is representing Tatami at the long to mid range, but unfortunately here, at those ranges where MFCR can react and jump or go for those big guesses, this is going to be the result a lot of the time.
Yes, exactly on that. We're already trying to see, like, stopping the approach in there. Trying to go in for a start from MFCR here. Got the little bit of a punish in there. We're going to follow up with a Tommy to force out the block on there and keep those, like, stopping either MFCR. The only option would be to kind of try to jump in and find those hits where they count.
Okay, goes for the dash up. I love that. MFCR is the type of player where if you give him an inch, he will take a mile. So Lord Knight, knowing where the gaps are, recognizing where Leo's going to try and take space, but unfortunately Yozansen gets obliterated by the 6P.
Yeah, Yozansen was at the very end, was looking to be hit, but got hit at the very end from MFCR, finding that right timing on there. Try to dash a little bit forward, ready to hit with the 5Ps on there, and we're going for walkies yet again.
Boy, Yozansen doesn't work the first time, but if it doesn't work once, you know, try again. Good stuff from LK. The shades are crazy, by the way.
Yeah, no, the
looks
shade,
good.
It's a great look on that. Going in, goes in for the grab, just got to get reattached on there, and does get the little bit of a clip to get the big combo off of Kabari.
Yep, Escobar for the follow through. Goes for the dash up here and is able to get the extra extension knockdown into what? Tatami?
Cancel out, like, try to expected like a throw or something, got hit on it. MFCR tried to go for the overhead, got like hit with the 2Ps on there, the trade.
Dash away, again laying out the Tatamis here, but a clean jump forward from MFCR, just blocked, but not very much of a punish here.
Lord Knight trying to limit a lot of these options that MFCR has on it. I love to see that.
Oh, that was almost it. Could have been ready. DP's the Wild Assault, though.
Hold it down, the big jump S. Going to get like a little bit more damage. One more touch is all you need. There it is. Tag, you're it.
Yep, little 2P, good enough. LK locking down the first one there. Definitely looking strong. MFCR not looking deterred, though. Straight on into the next 2S, a touch too far away, but it doesn't matter. 6P into Wild Assault to force the burst out. Half of mine for all of yours, I'll take it.
Oh, and we got the counter hit, Kabari. Didn't get much off of it, but now you're paying for it in full. You got the corner and everything to go alongside with it.
Yeah, the side swap optimization, massive in that moment. Looks for the dash up, but an easy back throw to take control.
Catch it on with the fast RC to get out of the corner and get like goodbye to the middle part of your life bar all the way through. Goodbye to this part of the stage too.
Max meter though, on the side of LK, right away goes for the BRC. JS a touch too far, 100 meters spent for what? For the burst, I assume.
Yeah, got the burst elite and the pause delay to get away. And it actually blocks the burst. Neither player has burst anymore. We're going into it without any of those resources to work with.
I love that from MFCR. Went for the big jump, was able to completely open that up, but now a little bit of a mash there. Takes the Escabari DP in response.
Oh, called it out just a little too far away on the back turn, so was able to punish that with the far slash on there.
Oh, the fake empty jump there. Yozansen somehow has managed to keep it going. Keeps it mid-screen here for the mix, but it doesn't matter. Flash kick again.
Back in the back turn. Try to keep you guessing, and the guess is wrong on that. We're back in the other corner. Does get the little click, goes into the overdrive, and that's going to be finishing off that round.
Another quick little OTG working out beautifully there. And that's going to even things back up a game apiece. Now the back and forth. This is what I want to see in my top 16.
Oh, yes, for certain, all that. I love seeing, like, Lord Knight has been doing some amazing optimization of some of these Yozansen combos in there. Things where, like, normally I would expect it, like, to either fall or get a set up. Like, Lord Knight has it ready for those moments. Like right there, goes on the other side. You're in the corner, but don't worry, Yozansen has your back.
They're an Oracle risky. I love it. Gets the tatami, goes for the dash up. Another flash kick, though. Speaking of Oracles, MFCR, he just knew.
Yep, just like slightly moved on there. Okay, got the back, the top hit on that. Gonna go ahead and go into the instant air dash on there afterwards. Worked the Tommies for days.
Ooh, again with the flash kick there, closing the distance, and is able to win out the footsies there. I love that little stagger step.
The fast BRC on there, keeping up the surprises there, evening out the life bar little by little here. Does get the positive bonus, trying to build up to at least get half that bar back. Uses the PRC immediately, BRC for the PRC, but the air throw.
Yeah, I mean, that's the classic Guilty Gear, the 2 RCs in a row to just try and win the positional war. But meter is life in this game, and MFCR was just a touch ahead on that one.
Yeah, nice counter on the 5P. Going to be able to convert all the way. This blocks the burst yet again here. And we're going right into the overdrive here just to get that a little extra chunk of damage.
And now a massive advantage. Keeps on the same side. YRC is going to be the choice. Well, I did not think he was going to be able to eat up enough ground on that dash to get the throw, and I don't think LK thought either.
Yeah, just like a little bit of a surprise on that, and that is that's going to be 2-1 right now. MFCR in the lead here. This once again, this is on the hell side of the bracket here. One of these players are not, they don't have to go home, but they're not going to be playing anytime further competitively for CEOtaku here.
Oh no, and here we go with the Kabaris. Finds the knockdown, gets the safe jump. Definitely looking strong here. Same setup once again. This time it's the double overhead, and Dust we trust on the wall break here.
The jumping dust for a little bit of extra damage on there. The BRC does get the counter hit 5P and was able to convert because of slow down on that. And like Lord Knight still looking pretty good.
Yeah, slow BRC 2P into whatever is just such a wonderful way to restabilize your combos there. But close range Satami is going to get consistently flash kicked as it has from here from Miguel.
Try to catch on the low there, but like does get the reset opportunity there.
Not a lot of life left to play with here. Yozansen just sends it from a little touch too far away, tries to read a dash forward, it seemed like there, but MFCR does not bite, and now is on set point.
Yeah, set point for MFCR as we go in. Like, kind of keeping back, still throwing out the Tommy mats, trying to find an approach with the Kabari, just trying to avoid that. The 6P, not quite like reaching on that, but going to be blocking yet again. the burst from Lord Knight.
Time ticking down. Life totals dwindling just a bit. Gets the throw 100 meter in his pocket. Spends one, taps the dust. Maybe enough.
Oh, I love a good tap dust, and this looks pretty good to me. The Wild Assault to make shake through. You're not enough, though. Guts does kick in.
Japanese Guts coming through, but it doesn't matter. Sets up the Kabari, and Miguel just flash kicks it. MFCR. What a read there.
Yeah, just knowing, like, even with the Kabari, you got that extra major damage in there. You got, like, a little bit of trajectory, a little bit of distance in that you can kind of keep away from Nago, as long as, like, Nago has to pick and choose their actions a lot more precisely than Slayer does.
Listen, the only way to combat dandyism is with a little bit more dandyism. I respect it. The vampires coming through. And, well, we'll see. This is going to be a tough one for sure.
Duel 1.
And here we go.
And right off the rip, we're going 2S into the clone, getting straight to the corner here, spending all of that blood aggressively. Definitely good choices so far.
Yeah, OneTrueSnorlax, you always want to be like aggressive with your blood as a Nagoriyuki player, but OneTrueSnorlax, what I was seeing in pools was especially aggressive, making sure they were instantly in level 3 at any point.
Oi, and the 2H there. Razzo intelligently holding on to the burst. I mean, after that first sequence, you were down to just about a third. No reason to try and be a hero in a moment like that.
Yeah, big 2H, get the counter on there really hard. You might as well use it for the next round. Already at a significant advantage. Already half of the life bar gone. It's only been 5 seconds down.
3 hits, by the way.
Yeah, 3 amazing hits. Count them all.
Well, there we go, though. Using the FD to negate some of that chip here. Obviously, one of the standout things about Nagoriyuki, those heavy normals do so much damage on your life bar here. Gets the hit and a pixel of life.
I love the all the coming up, locking down Superman Punch. Going to get that hit on there. Going to continue with the tap dust to continue the combo. Beautiful.
Wow. The sequence is just ridiculous there. Takes us down to the final game now, and that little step back, slowing the pace down a little bit of Snorlax.
Trying to backdash away, trying to see like what button that Razzo is going to press down there. Didn't even have to like move forward just to get the on the ground hit from OneTrueSnorlax there.
I am still reeling from 2 6Hs hitting for 60%.
Yeah, that's really we got it live on camera. It is.
That's all right, though. It doesn't matter how much you lose in those 2 touches. Razzo finds the hit, turns to the crowd, and turns it up just a little bit. Game 1 in the books. It's going to be the master.
Yeah, you love to see it here. A full crowd on point for this Sunday day at CEOtaku/Holiday Matsuri.
RS has to spend the burst. Mappa hunts to close the distance. Definitely love this.
Get the guard crush on there. Just going to keep it. It goes for a second one there, forcing the burst out from OneTrueSnorlax.
Oh, Beyblade into nothing, too. Maybe was expecting a more aggressive option there from Razzo, but she does not bite. Blood pop on block.
Yep, that's all you need. Just simple, like, even if the blood drains, like, you're going to get that extra damage. It's going to get the round. Catch you down. OneTrueSnorlax trying to be a little bit more aggressive here as we get closer.
Well, that slide, though, is able to generate the knockdown. BRC for the slowdown. Unfortunately, though, the legs still get swept.
Kind of keeping up the plus. Oh, I love the backdash into Master's Hammer there. Just going to get into like the follow up on there, and that's all you need. Was that both rounds? Like, yeah, it was. I feel like sometimes with this game, I think it's like that was only 1 round, right? It's like I was talking for a little bit, but not that long.
They couldn't possibly have died twice.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Holy moly. No, but I mean, it is the case here. Never looking good so far. Finds a sweep once again. Not too much consequential damage here, but able to loop this pressure again and again. It starts to add up. The universe counter hit is stocked and consumed.
The blood-sucking universe going like that. The one at this current state of the game when playing Slayer, the amount of people going in receiving those universe combos has been like even in pools, just like trying to make get consistent with it has been incredible.
Razzo, set point, 2H, cutting through, gets the blue beat here, and Snorlax just has no answers on defense right now. Has not been able to even spend their resources in the slightest here.
Yeah, seems just overwhelmed to the extent of the abilities here. Going to go in, break the walls here. Positive bonus, going to go in one more time, forces the burst out, maybe a little bit too late, but goes in for the grab, and that is it. The fist bump is done, and Razzo's going to be moving on.
Yeah, tried to commit to this. Continues to do as well as it has. I mean, obviously he's made it all the way here in the winner's bracket. Can we do even better? Off the rip, though, 6P.
Answering that with the Volcanic Viper very early on in here. Going to get the knockdown, get a throw, just get closer and closer into the corner here.
Okay, love that burst for momentum. Close slash into the 2D, optimize the route as best you can. I love the burst safe. You know you're not going to kill it, so you might as well just try and bait.
Agreed on that. Verix on level 2. Not going to even have a chance to get into level 3 because Jonathan Tene canceled out the RC, get that massive amount of damage to get the first round.
Right away with the jumping attempt there. 6P into the Shizu, no follow-up though.
Trying to hold it down here a little bit here with the big hit, getting in with the low, being able to have a chance to approach here.
Okay, 2D didn't quite work out. Goes for the gun flame and takes a step back. Love the 2D to get the sweep. Oh, what a bait!
Oh, yeah, go have to force out the burst on there. And Proxy, you were saying Verix has an aggressive style, but how can you can address aggression with more aggression here from Jonathan Tene?
Hey, listen, putting yourself in situations to not have to block is just as good as blocking well.
Yeah,
you always have to remember.
You get to hit buttons. It's great. I love hitting buttons.
2H doesn't find much when we go for the PRC afterwards. 6H, 6H. Your life is forfeit.
Yeah, and I saw Jonathan Tene was just shaking their head, just at that interaction on there, giving Verix a chance, already starting out the round pretty strong with the triple strikes.
Okay, love that 5P, nice little check, non-committal, holding the FD.
Holding it down. Kind of keeping you, I like that, keeping you locked down with a Beyblade on there was still just high enough to get hit by that and keeping you in the corner.
2K2D finds the mark again, though, and that lazy little dash over, loop the pressure once again, but a big body back dash coming out from Verix. Doesn't matter, though, because Revolver finds the mark.
Cancels on third, using the faultless fence. It was a little too far away, doesn't get it, but you cancel out of the RC in there, and you're going to get... Yeah, you get the combo on there afterwards. You do definitely get the round. That is with that recent change. So
absolutely.
I had to hold my breath because I had to remember. It's wait a second. They're like, oh yeah, that's how it works.
Yeah. and in that moment too, when you see the Verix recognize where the blood situation was, and you can buffer, you can go into blood debt. Once you hit max, it starts to drain, but it does take time to fill up. So in a moment like that, you're able to spam those special moves, get to the corner, and be able to guarantee that since you know you're going to pop, you can still get that positive situation.
Yeah, caught on the Beyblade from the gun flame on there, giving Jonathan Tene an access to the corner yet again here. Going ahead and get the throw, get a little bit of on the ground damage, try to catch Verix jumping on there, gets a little bit of punish, and gets a nice BRC counter 5P to finish off the wall.
You always feel a little silly when it's a BRC and you're caught in the startup of an animation, you're going to get punished.
Yeah, there's definitely a strong silence and then, oh, that's what happened.
I bet you're wondering how I got here.
I understand now.
Touch too far for the 2K, but that's okay. Staggered pressure into the clone. Doesn't get the full confirm, but still is able to, generate some value.
Big counter here, just enough to approach on there. Volcanic Viper says, get out of the way, though.
2D into the Revolver, continuing the pressure here. BRC slowdown still manages to block somehow, though. Verix with some standout defense in that moment.
Yeah, canceled out of the throw into the BRC, trying to wait for Jonathan Tene to do an action here. The instant air dash over, the far slash from Verix in there just to get out of the corner.
I respect it. Unfortunately, it doesn't pan out, but I definitely see the vision. Not quite finding the mark, though. Verix looking for the poke, doesn't quite get there as we're just about dead even on resources. Tene, the first to spend, though.
Yeah, and because as soon as you use the Wild Assault there, you're going to have the restrictions down. You're going to reverse down the wall much faster than normal. Catches on the backdash though, going into forcing the burst from Verix.
Love that Wild Assault once again. Revolver sets up for the wild throw, and it's finally able to pepper that into the gameplay there. So finds its mark. And Tene's sniffing out these backdashes here. Verix needs to be a little bit more careful about how we're using these in these defensive situations.
Yeah, already immediately started on there. Verix tried to go into the backdash forward, into action to get a little bit more blood and the damage on top of it. Jonathan Tene just smelled literal blood in the water there. Another wild throw.
Boy. 6H? No, it's just going to set up for mix-up again, and that lazy JK finds its mark again. Tene, something has changed in this guy. The momentum really starting to build up here, but Verix says back to the status quo, 2S.
A bit of a round start there. Verix got the pixel advantage in there, tried to approach in there, got hit by the gun flame. Jonathan Tene beginning the pressure yet again.
Boy. US once again finding the mark and just, oh my god, stops on a dime. Nagoriyuki. Holy moly, the footwork from this guy.
That was just 3 6 aces. Down, down, down. Cutting through the bamboo.
Okay. Knockdown sets up again though. Cross up JK, pushes it a touch too late. Uh-oh.
Going in with the low in there, goes in, take the bite out of Prime there. The Volcanic Fiber I want out of this corner.
Boy, Shizu on the start. Refunding a ton of that blood too. Here comes the super. Where does this leave us in terms of the life total is the question. It's gonna be one interaction. Just, is it gonna be enough for a throw here? And it looks like it is, so this complicates things a bit.
Tene does have the access to the resources, uses one of those immediately, goes in for the counter of JP on there afterwards to take back their turn here. Verix does have access to a full stick of butter as we go in, does get the like, a little bit of whip punish on there, uses a little bit of PRC, and we are scrambling right now.
Yeah, so desperately looking for that throw. Revolver does end up finding the mark. 2S with the RC forward. Is it enough to kill is the question. It looks like it's gonna be absolutely. Tene somehow stays in it, and Verix, you can see deep in thought that is not how we thought that was going to go.
Yeah, definitely thinking about that a little bit. Has made some adjustments in there, trying to like see out those options in there, just like kind of like a slight step back, get those punishes in with the long sword of Nagoriyuki on there, and we're just hanging out at the character select screen, thinking about it for a second before we go right back in.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting a character swap of any kind from either of these players here, so we'll see if Verix is able to get things back on the rails, or if Jonathan Tene is going to be able to punch a ticket into the winner's side of the big dance.
Yeah, using a big hit on there to start things off. Verix and another counter hit.
Okay. Big toe, takes a step forward. Bringer hit. I don't know if that was cross up, but it looked like it might have been.
Might have been either just good enough for Jonathan Tene here. Just going to get that bust. Like the guts does kick in there. Just one more touch is all you need. Goes in for the low.
Yep, sneaking that 2K. It's all you need. Tene, all of a sudden, feels like we've been jump scared suddenly into this potential final round here. But Verix not willing to go quietly into the night. Burst back for Tene. Verix in a commanding position.
Gets in with the close slash on there. Big counter in here. Keep the hold of the burst. And yeah, you might as well. You have the resources on there. You might as well make sure, ensure, sign your name in blood on the dotted line.
Jesus, and a cook up there, the perfect.
Yeah.
Crazy work from Verix here.
Already holding it down here. The following, we do have the corner, getting hit with another close slash on there, but like Jonathan Tene forced getting with the burst and getting the side switch on here.
Oh. Wow, what a trade, and Verix again challenges straight afterwards. Invests a ton of blood into the situation though. That 2D is gonna break things up.
Here comes the burst here. The Bandit Bringer here, get big counter in here. One more touch is all you need. There it is. Immediate, the frame up, but I hear you in there. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. The Hotashi has been playing both Bridget and Nagoriyuki this bracket, I believe.
Yes, absolutely. Has been leaning into both. And then on the other side, it's going to be all Goldlewis. The Secretary of Absolute Defense is going to be the choice coming through for Cheryo, as it always is. So we'll see if TNS's very own handle their weight against Hotashi, who Hotashi already is not looking super excited. Saw the Goldlewis and was like, ah.
I was like, time to clock in.
I was going to say, it just clocked in during the rush. It's when the person on the shift before you just leaves you nothing.
Oh, yeah, no, it like leaves you a Post-it note, and it's like, yeah, it's like watch for Behemoth Typhoon. It's like, what?
You can see even a quick little prayer there. I definitely respect it, but we'll see how it goes for him here. Definitely a scary proposition. What did he end up locking in is the question. It is Nagoriyuki, so it is going to be the big body battle.
Okay, the biggest bodies of her, throwing the coffin around a little bit here. I am kind of I am curious to see where this is going to go, especially with the 1.40 changes to Behemoth Typhoon, being able to cancel that many times over on that. I know, like, we're not on the new patch that's coming out on Monday, but I know there's some Skyfish changes that are going to come out that you have to go kind of reciprocate for. But in the meantime, we don't have to worry about that. We only have to worry about the present moment, and that is this match right now. Here we go.
Right away, gets the 2K, immediately generates a knockdown here, and using that IB to try and buy some room, but unfortunately, there's not much room to be bought here with Goldlewis taking up that much real estate.
Yes, indeed. Does get the hit, gets a little bit of a clip, and get the corner, get the Bloodsocket Universe command grab, get the Gold Burst, actually, from Cheryo.
Oh, and I love that. Just waited for the drone to do the work there. Nagoriyuki is the type of character. Nagoriyuki is super susceptible to the drone. It takes up so much space, and he is obviously not a character we think about jumping off.
Yeah, the YRC just to get off and into the Beyblade. Going to get a full combo from this, but you do pop your blood here. You're going to have to make this count because otherwise you're going to get hit by that. Hit like a little 2P.
Hey, with the American Dream, the bionic elbow sticking out. I love it with the 2P.
Hard times.
But finds the close slash, is able to get to the wall. Doesn't quite get the wall stick, but honestly a better situation here. You prefer the control to the wall break.
Goes in, catches on the low here. just for a little bit of a show, just a nice perfect in there to tie things up. Beyblade actually jumped on being able to get over on Goldlewis on here.
Definitely like the burst. Send it back to mid-screen, get yourself some room.
Jumping dust into Behemoth Typhoon, enough time to start to sweep up here.
Oh, the IBFDs are saving lives right now. Hotashi showing off the importance of being able to buy space with the mechanics in this matchup, but a little bit of big Milia action on the JK as we cancel the Behemoth.
That's almost a tandem top. That's like throwing, if you swing the coffin enough time, it becomes a tandem top. That's how it goes.
I don't make the rules. It is what it is. Good cleanup there, though, and you saw Hotashi a little stressed in that moment, but that's okay, you know.
Yeah, the opportunity rises have been pretty strong plays for both players here so far. Go ahead and get the knockdown treatment, and the jump dust actually hitting on the other end and getting a little punish for it.
Find that throw once again. 5P for the frame kill, gets the jump in afterwards, manages to secure the kill, and now sitting on potentially making this a 2-0 Cheryo. The momentum is building right now, and a little bit of impressive defense of their own with the IBFD.
Just far enough away, gets away from the Behemoth Typhoon, gets a little bit of a punish on there. And I like that Hotashi's keeping the distance on there. Doesn't want to be in that mid-range anymore, so uses the burst on there to get away. Tries to go over for the throw. Gets teched on there, Behemoth Typhoon taking advantage though.
I'm glad you talked about the mid-range, because this is what happens when you find yourself in the mid-range for too long against the big man. A PRC, a swing of the coffin, and 2 games go to the wayside. Cheryo looking good, and Hotashi says, really? Are you going to make me play against it? Really?
Yeah, we're going back to the character select. We might be thinking about things. We might be considering a change on here. And maybe highlighting and accepting on the Bridget, changing over to that, wants to play up the mix-up potential.
Yeah, maybe wants to, you know, be a little more mobile, have a little bit more room to roam potentially here. Again, this is on the heaven side of the affair here, so is playing out of the winners. So regardless of the result, we'll still potentially be seeing both of these players again, but you do not want to be in the loser's bracket. Even if you make that top 8, less matches is always better. Yeah,
that is absolutely true. You don't want to, you want to keep up your stamina as much as possible. You do have a little bit of a longer range with Bridget here. You do have to work harder to get that same amount of damage in here. You got to also worry about the Skyfish coming out from Cheryo.
Finds that hit and is able to get that little extra dash forward there. IBFD to get the push away and back to neutral now.
Holding it down, does get the damage, so the drone does go away on there. Happy to set out the yo-yo just to get the punish, but the 6P coming out from Cheryo to get a damage in there, and blocks on the Starship. We are going to the stars, but not in the way you think.
Yeah, unfortunately. A little more like Team Rocket, a little less like going to explore, unfortunately. 2 rounds separating Hotashi here. Has to win these 2, has got to make this comeback. Unfortunately, the comeback is getting destroyed. Your dad doesn't even want to watch the animation. Says you got it. Oh my God.
He's like, nah. It's like going in there. Cheryo, like thinking about this. Yeah.
There we go. The tournament has gone on, but I will not make that mistake again. This is a name that you definitely need to have in your ledgers. It's been a fantastic Bridget throughout the entirety of this tournament. So Bridget versus Giovanna certainly going to be the matchup here.
That's true. Like that makes me look forward to it even more on there. And I forgot that Kreator has been playing Giovanna until relatively recently, until we were talking there. So that's also exciting to see some Giovanna representation at this point in the game.
Absolutely. I feel like Giovanna felt like she was missing something in the early stages of Guilty Gear Strive. It was an interesting character concept, but this I don't want to just do the cop-out answer if she didn't have the sauce, but there was just something missing in terms of her combo flow and her conversions, and they have just hit the mark as these patches have gotten later and later.
That's true. Being able to cancel out of a lot of the these actions to keep your turn and bring a lot of frustration out there has been incredibly important for this game. As we see Kreator moving Itsy all the way into the wall, going to go ahead and get that overdrive super and get the bust down on it.
Definitely smart. Little breakdance fighting. Goes for the close slash there and takes a step back. Not quite able to get the conversion here, but still on the BRC slowdown, that 50-50 is brutal.
Extremely. Going in, you have time to do 2 different actions before that slowdown finishes on there.
I already coast to coast, wall to wall, gets the shatter and is able to set up here, but no hard knockdown, so Itsy an opportunity to play a little bit of neutral here as we get the yo-yo recall. Love that stall.
Keeps on the same side here, use a little bit of that jumping dust that can get some people if they're ducking in just in time there. Goes ahead, continues on it. We're going to break down that wall here. A little bit over half of the life bar from Kreator gone already, but has plenty of resources to work with.
Oh, attempted to close the distance with the 5K there, but the DP actually ends up winning out. And the bear drop, unfortunately, Roger coming out at an ill timing.
Happy to go. It goes ahead and sets up the YRC. I like the idea of using the YRC just to get rid of the yo-yo setup, especially on there.
I definitely agree here, but weathering the storm is Kreator. That risk gauge getting a bit high, but it's not going to matter with a clean jump in like that. Ooh. But another good DP.
Precise on the Starship, but going into the RC in there, getting the counter hit, and we're breaking that down. We're up 1 for Kreator.
Yeah, got her with the Gobu. I love that. That BRC down, that essentially the slowdown tri-jump that you saw was popularized by Gobu that a lot of players use so effectively now.
Oh, it is a violent revolution when Kreator's on the menu. So, got it catching down on here. Going in, keeping those plus frames a little bit. Gets hit with the lows on there, getting the counter hit. But I like what Itsy was trying to do there. Sets up the yo-yo, does get the hits, and they're forcing the burst from Kreator.
And again, good timing there with the yo-yo recall. Sets it up one more time with the PRC. Kreator, though, is just so content to block, even with the risk gauge this high. But unfortunately, you have to turn it into offense at some point.
Are you going to be able to turn on the on switch? Is Kreator going to turn it off? The YRC in there, taking back the turn, having a chance to let it drain down a little bit.
Oh, okay. Taking the turn back here and control back to the mid-screen. Gets the block on Roger.
Gets a grab on there, back in the corner you go. Goes ahead and sets up the yo-yo just to make sure he gets a little bit of that spin on there. And one more yo-yo just to make it in. Gets hit with the tap dust.
Okay, high-low setup again. Trying to look for a little bit of a shimmy. And finally, the throw is showing up. Itsy sees that Kreator is blocking everything. Anything she's able to throw at him. But finally is like, you know what? You know what you can't block?
yeah, just bring it down afterwards on that, and also was building up a lot of resources in the corner. So when you got that, you you get the extra damage on top of that. Kreator responding in kind. Hordes of Chaos going in here with the plus on there, getting down with the scooter.
Close slash. To the dash up once again. Finally gets the staggers and is able to check the toes. Goes straight in with the 2K. Finds the perfect and evens up the rounds. Now Kreator looking to go up 2-0.
Yeah, the instant air dash on there. The burst coming back out from Itsy, but we're still getting moved out into it. Great block on there. Does the clash on the Starship there, getting the advantage for Itsy here as we're kind of getting that back into it. I love that 2H option from Itsy though. Go.
Okay, ends up finding the sweep. Just block, doesn't buy room though.
Get the call out on there. Big counter hit from Kreator there. Going to get, land the life first to get a little bit extra. Waits out the Starship there.
Oh, okay. After the Spiral Arrow, doesn't find much. DP does find the mark to at least keep us locked down in the corner. Wild is all committed, and we find that touch, and the crowd is going crazy. Absolutely. Obviously, Kreator is a hometown favorite in Florida, so you love to get to see that energy.
And there's the slow, the slow poke on there afterwards. Yeah, I hope you can hear the crowd through these microphones here, because it has been just extremely like that the entire set so far.
Yeah, it absolutely has been. But Itsy, again, with a little bit of a slowdown here, trying to reset. Kreator looks more locked in than I think I've ever seen from him. This is the most locked in version of Kreator as he gets the Tatsu and gets the burst out.
Definitely being a purveyor of Teutonic Thrash on there. The trade on the 2H going to give Itsy a chance to get a little bit of a combo on there and the advantage as we go into the corner. Big counter hit on the 2S down there below. The PRC to keep it down, and another 2H.
Okay, Oi, 2D finds the mark. He's able to get that little bit of an extension there. Juggle comes through, and we go for the air super. So smart to generate a hard knockdown.
Tying up nearly on that. Itsy has plenty of resources to work with here. Trying to catch on the backstab and gets a little bit too hasty with the Starship. Kreator being a little too far away. Just gets the punish, and we're on set point.
Itsy again fighting from the ropes here. Things really starting to add up, but a very nice starter there. Good damage to come through.
Low, another yo-yo for the setup on here. Try to go and walk off the grab. Giovanna, Kreator was already up in the air. Gets a punish.
Come over and lands. YRC does buy through. We need burst for momentum. Very smart. The positional burst might be a game-winning decision. Might be a top 8 punching decision. A little bit more of the breakdance fighting, and now it's down to this. Itsy, another guest for your life.
Trying to get the CEOtaku fast pass on here. Goes ahead, gets the throw. Goes ahead, spins it. The quickest RC I've seen in a minute.
Yeah, was just trying to jump scare, get it out before she was able to go for the burst there, but nice little extension. Goes for the Roger dive on the cross-up.
Lovely on the other side. Runs up to block the Starship on there afterwards, and it's going to be Kreator moving on into top 8. You got healthcare supported. You got to make sure, a doctor's somewhere nearby in case some damage happens. So.
Yeah, but unfortunately, this is the doctor who sometimes is doing the damage. So we'll see.
Oh no.
Kai Kisuke facing off against the good doctor himself, Skullduggers and Scambolini once again setting up for this. I'm not sure who's this one is about as close as it comes.
Oh, I'm excited for some wildness happening here. I know that Scambolini, whenever get those confirms in here, I'm looking forward to seeing where we go with that. Skullduggers with the items, with the throwing out here, trying to get away from all this Kai stuff. Let us have it happen and rock out the intros.
Yeah, and as I said, I mean, obviously has already played against Faust this weekend. Did get a victory over Lurie, actually, to qualify for this spot. So is very, very well versed in the matchup, obviously, is Scambolini. But again, we'll see how this goes. Setting up, getting the item. There's no better item to be able to eat than Mini Faust. So now we have the backup. The bodyguard comes out and is able to get a free burst out of that situation.
Yeah, also gets another item toss out of there. Try to get with the 100 ton on that. Sets up for the tornado. Gets blocked by Scambolini here. Enough opportunity to get the heavy stun edge on there. And we go in for the Vapor thrust into the corner and got that full combo.
Yeah, it used to be, Kai has really good neutral control, but the damage is very particular. That's not the case anymore. Kai has damage from everywhere.
I see that. I can see that now.
Is just able to manage to avoid the bomb as well, showing off a little bit of that. I still call it the new routing, even though it's not that new, but using that Vapor Thrust with the Shock State applied to be able to get those extra damage combos.
And I like this from Scambolini, just happy to let out the lows from Faust to just play its part here. Blocking out on the 6H option here. Really good defense all the way through, actually.
Definitely agreed here. Here come the homies. Well as Mini Faust, all these items, everything kind of buying a ton of space on the screen. Mini Faust does get the breakup again on the blocked Foudre arc.
had like access to like had throw, so the love does bounce. Gets a little bit of punish from that here. Canceling out the BRC here, and that's a nice turnaround for Skullduggers.
Yeah, using BRC for the tri-dash, essentially. Burst is available for Scambolini, though, so a little bit ahead on the resources right now.
Happy to go with the low in there. Does instantly get the trumpet, and we're playing a little bit of golf. Par 1.
Okay. A little snack with the bananas here. Afro setup, though. Gets the block. Mini Faust, you thought he was going to save you. No, he extends the combo.
Happy to go in there, throw out the item toss just for the benefit. Had enough time for the wall stomp in there to go ahead and get the super on there afterwards here. Not enough to kill, but very close. Very good situation for Skullduggers to be in.
Love that IBFD to buy some room. Oh no, and again, using the fast RC to get to the ground just too quick. The throw comes through, and Skullduggers taking game number 1.
Yeah, we saw some intense, like, immediate action from Scambolini on there, but Skullduggers kind of played a really good game, like just trying, being able to throw out the items and kind of keep the pace up in their style.
Oh no, but Kai going back to his grappler roots. What an air throw. Psychic stuff.
Oh,
Scambolini with an unbelievable round. Are you serious?
As I'm watching that, like every decision, it was the wrong decision. Buy Scambolini some scratch-offs.
Actually. Oh, dashed up for a quick little snack. Gets the donut, but it wouldn't cost a new hairdo.
Having to hold that down, otherwise you're going to get exploded here. Come out the like banana. Yeah, you're going to get slid on that here. The PRC afterwards going to get a little bit of damage on here.
Skullduggers' ability to reposition to always get situations to be able to pick up these items has been incredible, but RTL takes us to the wall, generates the hard knockdown, and sets up a good situation for Scambolini.
Go to the dash, like I never mind going in the back dash into the stun dipper on that. I like that option away just because it gets away from the 100 tons from Faust.
A very smart sequence there, and with an RC behind it, Scambolini is able to take the kill, take the game, and even things back up once again.
No hesitation though, we're going right back into it.
Yeah, absolutely. No, but the meteors still come out on Faust.
Yeah, like I was surprised actually. It was like at the very end of that, so the meteors did come out, giving Skullduggers a chance to reprise on that.
Oh, and RTL, I love that. Doesn't want to get pushed too far backwards there, but unfortunately it drops because of the kindergartners.
Yeah, you gotta always look both ways before crossing the street here. Just as you would on the Faust teleport to get on the other side of there, just like before playing a little bit of golf in there, getting hit. Even though you got hit with it, it ended the round.
Yeah, there's no more Faust way to win a round than the Bombo.
Yeah.
6-8 to break the wall. Very good with the positive bonus here. Make it last as long as you can. Getting that burst back, getting that meter up 100 bars. Oh!
Having to approach and get the kindergartner to come back out once again. But the jumping slash in there from Scambolini right into Ride the Lightning. Going to change things around and get it, like, set up a new playing field.
That is safe. Gold burst in response. Knew he was going to have time. Dashes over the bag. Gets the DP.
Sets up the heavy stun edge on there. Still going to have to break through the wall and get another interaction here. Skullduggers does have burst on the menu. And use the low to go over Fuder Arc there.
I'm telling you, crouch complicates this matchup a lot because obviously if you know Faust is going to crouch, it's easy to just conk him on the top of the head. But when they just mix it in just a touch, just for taste, just a little bit.
A little bit on top, a
little crouch for color. Dude, it's looking good. So strong. When they're able to just kind of throw in that crouch a little bit, it throws off so many of the things that feel automatic for Kai.
Yeah, like you're so used to. I don't think, has Fuder Arc ever like whiffed on me? I don't think so. I think I've been like either having to block or hit it every time in my lifetime on that. But for Faust, there's a potential opportunity.
All right. Love hearing the crowd here. Definitely a big fan. Obviously another Florida player here for Scambolini.
Yeah, want to cheer on their friend here as we go along. Immediate use of the counter. going to get a little bit of damage. And oh, the Cog like playing a little bit of golf, got the bomb on there afterwards.
Oh, Mini Faust did not like that counter hit, and the 100-ton brings it back to earth. What in the world is happening?
It is item city. Faust has them all, no % off on that. You're going to have to pay with your life.
Oh, gets the flip on through though. Little homies do get the breakup. Gonna look for the knockdown here. Is he gonna RC and go for the wall splat? Okay.
Yeah, really good opportunity there because I picked it up, was able to convert that around and did so, especially with the positive bonus on there.
Oh no, and is able to run up with a tap dust there, especially with Mini Faust behind it. Flag on the play, late hit from your boy, but it's still good to go. 1 round away, maybe heal for Skull.
Here comes the burst, hit Mini Faust coming out and directly on top of Kai.
What a route.
Catching on the low there. Afro on the playing field, don't want to touch that here.
Plus on the situation, steals the turn on the dash up. 2H as your starter, this is gonna hurt.
I like that as an option there, trying to just bait out because so many Kai players do love to do the run up, backs away, run up into throw on their Skullduggers. Thought that had the opportunity. Scambolini took full advantage of it.
PRC gets the just block very nice, as well as that sneaky little stun edge to be able to slip on through.
Still in this game. Happy throw about a little bit of love on there on top of it. Goes in for the, Scambolini going in for the wild assault.
Heavy stun edge. First hit was able to get blocked there, so the shock state is applied. Goes on through. No! 6K sends it the wrong direction.
Oh, it gets a beautiful counter hit from Skullduggers in there. Tries to go in for the second one, knowing that Mini Faust is there to protect.
Yeah, free burst. What could be better? DP is blocked. I don't know if we have the damage, though, but this is still a terrible situation. Ooh. Gets the reset. It's going to break those shins. Where does this leave us on the life totals, though?
We're very close, if not at the end. I think you still have a little bit more life. Yes, you do. You have just a tiny twinge.
An absolute pixel. And, of course, what else would you do? Oh, no, and with too many items on the screen, what can you do? So many options to be weighed. Oh, man. But here we go. It is going to be the Slayer choice, so a little bit of dandyism here is what we're going to put our faith in for the qualifying spot. Facing off against Anji, though, the Japanese guts. If anyone's going to be able to tank the damage from Slayer, it's going to be this guy.
I like shutting out the pile bunker early on in there with the 5K from OoeyGooey. Trying to get it done, with the spin on there. We're already back in there, already immediately jumping over the overhead option from Razzo.
Oh, and saw that press. Razzo recognized there was going to be a gap after the RC had already committed there. Close slash a couple times, manages to buy some room.
Yeah, have to deal with the guard crush. Tried to spin out of the situation, but Razzo like, hey, you know what? Let's just get you in with a big punch here.
Yeah, and had an opportunity to go for the combo there. Went for the RC to try and bait the burst out there. OoeyGooey. Very nice, though, being able to hold things together. Gets the back throw.
Happy to go in for the OTG damage on there. The side switch in there from OoeyGooeyChewySnickers here. Going to get the follow-up in here, and that's going to be all they need to get the round.
Yep, securing things pretty effectively here. And again, Japanese guts as well as the bravery here from OoeyGooey working out well. Gets the close slash, is able to take it all the way to the wall, but a burst in response from Razzo.
A little bit of a pause in the trade of blows here, trying to air dash onto the other side here. I like that from Snickers being able to do the backdash, get away from the incredibly long low of Slayer there, and they're going to go all the way in there, going to get that conversion, and that's going to be all you need. Oh, perfect.
Jesus. Momentum building up in the craziest way. OoeyGooey looking good, and Razzo straight back to character select, and this is, again, I always like to talk about the double-edged sword of being a player who is capable of playing this many characters at a high level is the what-if factor. Should I have played Leo the whole time? Should I consider the sin? Was switching off of Slayer a mistake? There's so many variables you have to go through, but Razzo, obviously a professional, she's capable.
Yeah, absolutely. She's done it with multiple characters at this point in many tournaments here. Switching over, just at least you have a first of three, so you have a little bit of opportunity to change it around. But unfortunately, when the whiff DP like that, having to force the burst out from at that point there, it's not a strong start.
Very good use of the guard point stance, though, to beat that Fujin in mid-range. Sends the overhead with no meter. Gotta respect it.
Holding it down, gets a follow-up on that. Goes ahead and spins again. One more time for the road here. You're going to get the corner counter combo.
Ooh! Double stagger 2Ks, I love it. Don't let that 5D go to the wayside.
Into the drop kick, into the PRC afterwards. Does find contact in there. Enough time to go into the back turn, and now the shenanigans begin.
And I love that, going for the cross-up so often. YRC.
Enough time for the RC on there afterwards here, and you are going to get that conversion on there, and another round going to OoeyGooeyChewySnickers.
That's definitely looking good. I liked how often we went for the cross-up, though, for Razzo in those mix-up situations, knowing that the parry was the biggest threat because of that 100-meter. But now, after a back throw, a flash kick in response, and a little headbanger's ball to be able to get him back to the ground.
Always love a good taping of that. Going in here, trying to spin out of the corner here. Razzo kind of keeping away, waiting for those proper moments in there, and has use of the super to get that positive bonus afterwards.
Love that headbutt, love the throw as well. Great situation, and Razzo is on the board here. The White Fang finally starting to pay off here. See if Leo can keep that momentum up, though, with a round apiece and basically even on resources.
Yeah, being able to play a little bit of cross-up against Anji, against Snickers here, has been working pretty well in that last round here. But now you have to kind of be able back into the neutral here. Try to set up the guard point in there into the low. Finds its mark.
Okay. This 2-piece in the 6H has been the money maker so often. It doesn't do very much damage, but it kind of sets you up to be able to play neutral once again. But here we go with Razzo. Unfortunately, finally the parry.
You brought it up earlier, Proxy, with that in the parry. Got a little bit of call out from that here. Unfortunately, still stuck in the corner, and a big counter combo to go alongside of things.
Yeah, I think you die for that. Absolutely, the axe kick finds the mark there. That is just. Pillar is one of the worst possible starters you can get hit with in the corner in the current state of the game. You just never want to see it.
It's a tragedy in 3 parts when that happens.
Okay, stopping the burst now. Goes for the run through. Nice little low. The situation gets reset here.
Looking a little bit more confident. Goes out with the PRC into the air throw back into neutral.
Uh-oh.
Ooh. Love the call out into the throw on there. Tried to go for the pillar. He once again in the corner here. Snickers having to fight away from that.
With the low, and Fujin chases down the backdash, continuing to apply that pressure very well. I love how often we're using twirl, and I love that we're letting Fujin rock sometimes just to see what we can get away with.
Yeah, this time waiting out for the fan overhead option in there where you can't jump about that. Razzo was ready for that immediately, but got hit in the end. Snickers getting another round.
Wow, unbelievable, able to wait out the deflect shield there. Such an unfortunate situation for Razzo in that moment.
Down, big counter here. Going to get follow-up. This time ready for it. Getting set up for the block from the DP. Has enough meter to continue out. Uses the RC here. A little bit of wild assault as a treat.
That leaves us down, unfortunately, now. Still has the burst intact and has to spend it, but unfortunately gets stop signed there. Looks for the run-through from max distance to try and establish a little bit of a jump scare, but gets stopped immediately by 2S.
Yeah, 2S is it's a longer than you expect button.
Oh, yeah.
So when you get hit by it, it's one of those I was like, oh, I understand now. But we're going right back into the rematch here. Razzo not going to change character, sticking to the Leo White Fang.
Oh, overhead from max distance. Finds the mark, sets up for the reset now in the corner. And we're going to go for the slump. I love it.
Yeah, want to keep in the corner, want to keep that treachery happening here, but gets out with the side switch on there into the super. Going to finish it out with a nice little perfect.
Whiffing out there, the 5K doesn't quite find the mark. Love that little air juggle though. Razzo still in this, absolutely.
Okay, the spin does not meet with the shield in there, giving Snickers an opportunity to make the throw happen. Has enough resources to activate the RC. Razzo bursts out of it.
Max distance and goes for the run up. Definitely another great idea here.
Catching on the follow up here. Being able to convert that in the middle there, and another beautiful conversion on there afterwards here. We're going to be on set point for Snickers.
Oh, yeah, Razzo Gotta stay alive, gotta keep that head above water. Has a wild assault in the tank, has to block the fish though, and a great flash kick. Something we've seen her scared off of a little bit in the earlier portions of this stint. Going back to the well, I love it.
Yeah, love the use of the 2H option from Razzo in there just as an anti-air. Significant life lead at this point. You got to keep it, though. With counters like that, it's going to look pretty good. It's looking very good, in fact, here, but still not enough. Japanese guts kicks in.
Listen, when you got that many abs, but unfortunately it doesn't protect you from the fireball. You know, Anji gonna have to head to find a new dance partner.
I don't have an ab routine for projectiles. I don't think that exists.
I don't know. Apparently neither does Anji, but yeah. That takes us to game 5. Now Goldberg's baited Razzo with renewed vigor in this round, looking incredible.
Gets in with a drop kick. We saw a little bit of that early on with drop kicks into PRC. This time making the connection into the RC. That's a devastating round.
I don't know what has changed here. Razzo's game plan has just been working perfectly here. Now into the guard point, since it cancels it early this time.
The flex shield, we've seen that time and time again from Snickers here. This is going in for set point for Razzo, getting a big hit in there into the back turn state. Going to break down the wall here, Chris Jericho style.
Oh no, and this leaves us down to one more interaction potentially here. OoeyGooey gets walked to the wall here, still in the back turn stance, finds the hit, spends the super. This was locals. Hotashi obviously was from, lived in Florida for a good portion of time, and Marvelo, a Miami player himself.
Okay.
So this used to be many moons ago a South Florida classic.
Oh yeah, I love that. Like it's like without going too far in, like we've had that with Tekken players. They all come down to Florida apparently. We had Spirit shit. It's like, so I understand.
Well, we shall see. Definitely going to be a good one for sure. Character choice might be a little bit of a question here, but we'll see what the start is. Dude, Nagoriyuki's been playing better, so I'm glad that's what we're seeing. Not to say the Bridget isn't performing, but his Nago's on point this weekend.
Yeah, I think Nago's the better choice on here. You want to get that damage in there early on. You do not want to get Marvelo started. You do not want that kinetic energy, that momentum coming through where like Marvelo's being able to set up the tightrope, be able to kind of play those mind games a little bit. You just want to like strike him down where he stands.
Definitely agreed. And right off the rip gets the 2D. Based on the frame data there, it looks like they both win immediately, and it beats out the 2S cleanly.
Hold it down. I like Marvelo waiting for the sword strike to go down, but here comes the Beyblade here. Going to cancel out there. Yeah, you're going to go in to Blood Pop here, but you're going to get the follow-up, no can do. But you do get the RC out there afterwards. You get the significant damage. You don't even have to worry about anything else in the world. You got the round.
Yeah, that little instant overhead, the sneaky stuff, goes for the double 2H, and just unbelievable way to start it there. And this time Marvelo with a little bit of an adjustment. That weight, I love these 99-second gambits we're seeing so far. Looking very rehearsed. Yeah,
already like twice over there. We jumped off the tightrope into the spin on there, and we do get like a positive bonus on it, and get the cut on there after the BRC from there. And we're going to go ahead and get another super in here. I don't think that's the round, but that's very close.
Yeah, and Hotashi not going to look to spend the burst here. Does have some meter to play with if we want to, and YRC is going to be the choice. But okay, I love this from Marvelo. Just back it off. Uh-oh.
Get the second hit there. Just as we said that things can pop around and change in a minute.
You are so brave with that beta blade.
The bravest ninja.
Hotashi finally wins that 99-second gambit, though. The 2K finds the mark.
Catches it, does the call out on the sending out the clone. Holding out enough time in there. Again, getting on the other side, getting these hits in there where it counts.
The J8, the JD, everything, finding the mark.
Oh, big 2H. Doesn't even need to move forward, doesn't need to even teleport. Just gets the strong raw hit from that level 3 blood.
Yeah, having more than enough in the tank at that point here, and no character swap expected, at least for Marvelo's sake. I know that he has invested some time into Slayer, but I don't think it's quite, it's not at the level of this Chipp.
No, I think the Chipp has been working out pretty well all throughout this bracket here, so I'm not surprised at all. And especially, like, you're still getting those straight hits in there where it counts against Hotashi in there. You're just having trouble keeping Nagoriyuki locked down.
Love these backdashes, though. Willing to give up a bit of room. Finally does close the distance. He's able to get a little bit of that new routing here. Comes off the rope, everywhere in between. Not able to generate a hard knockdown, but we do have a BRC.
Goes in already, immediately going into the 2K in there. Gets blocked on that, but high up in the sky, like the buttons are getting pressed, and you get hit. Hotashi can use that round.
Yeah, you would think for a game that has a dedicated anti-air button in 6P, people wouldn't have close slashes that are that good for anti-airs. And unfortunately here, Marvelo is now in the moment. Throw manages to connect. The gold burst.
Yeah, going to have a chance for opportunity here. Misses on the PRC attempt. Maybe was trying to like jump out like on top of the throw and did not get that, unfortunately.
Builds up just barely to third blood gauge here. Gets the damage of Marvelo. After this, no special moves for Hotashi. Can't really commit.
Got to bide the time a little bit here. Marvelo taking full advantage of it after the PRC here. Gonna get a follow up, but like not enough to kill here. Jared goes in for the low.
Oh, and tried to set up for the minigame there. Blocked on the blood splat, but is going to be able to get the 5P. And honestly, that wall break ended up being a kind of a blessing for Hotashi. Doesn't die from it and gets a chance. If he had stayed in the corner, he never even would have got a look.
Yeah, no, exactly. That's a great point. But we're forcing the burst out from Marvelo here, trying to bandage the wound just a little bit as we go forward. Hotashi on that level 3 blood.
2D wasn't a counter hit, but does find the knockdown. Tries to go off the rope, but the 2H covers everything.
Yeah, that's one of those things I love seeing. Then you're running on the top rope. Nagoriyuki has that dedicated 2H button to make the damage happen. We saw it happen there, but even though we just need that one touch, Marvelo's not giving it. That got hit, and we're breaking the wall.
But at this point now is where it's tough. Still finds the jump in somehow. Hotashi has burst. When do you spend it? He doesn't. He holds it.
Hold down. He doesn't even spin it there. Just goes in for the 2K. Keeps it all the way. And it's still up 2.
That's a painful situation for Marvelo, too. You had so much momentum. You were able to generate so much value, and you poured a lot of gas in the tank in that moment. But Hotashi weathers the storm again and is up 2-0 now. But a gold burst blocked.
Yeah, that is blocked. No actual punish on that, but Marvelo going ahead, using the wild assault on there, just with the overdrive on top of that, just to get a little bit of extra damage. Nearly half the life bar is the half the life bar gone.
Cross-up is dealt with. Goes off the rope again. What a trade here. Is looking so confident in dealing with these rope approaches now.
Cancels out of the 2H into PRC just to keep Hotashi's turn. These 2K callouts from Hotashi have been immense.
Absolutely, an incredible stop sign here. But again, cute little routing off the rope. Maximum chip to be able to get the damage. Should be able to get the shatter as well. And now with meter and a hard knockdown. No, it goes back to mid-screen and we're gonna kill for it.
No, we're not. We are going into RC. We're keeping up that motion. But yeah, Marvelo pulls out the DP at the very end.
The crowd shrugs. A collective shrug for the crowd. I respect that. 2S trying to find the mark. Does find the knockdown after the bonsai. Love the idea, and the burst comes from Hotashi. Get me out of this corner.
Catching on the low here as we go on into the Rekka series here. Both players trying to play like a little bit of that mid-range. Got to keep away.
Oh, BSU. Plenty of blood to play with now.
Goes in with the follow-up, PRC into the tightrope.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen a lead is not quite a lead. All these games have been very, very close. Hotashi, incredible defense in the corner there, blocking everything.
The PRC just to like kind of keep you guessing in here, but here comes the Beyblade and the set point for Hotashi.
A must-win for Marvelo here. If you're going to make this top 8, if you're going to somehow be able to secure it. 5H off the rope, looking good as we find that first hit here. Hotashi, though, again, he's been stellar in these reset situations.
Into the BRC, looks like caught the start of an animation from Hotashi there. It's going to go ahead and get another wall here. We're breaking all the glass panes.
Yeah, Fukio backwards, just getting sniped out there. We've seen that happen a multitude of times. This time it's just going to be the clone with the YRC behind it.
No follow-up on the blood sword there, going to get a touch. Big counter hit on the 5K. Going to get the follow-up on that. Kind of tying it up here, canceling out, but still gets hit by the close slash.
Okay, burst. One more opportunity. Looks for the shuriken, tries to go for the stagger, sends the bonsai. Finally, Hotashi bursts. Oh, it slides underneath. Is able to get the cross up for the close slash.
Yeah, close slash has been the name of the game, and Hotashi's been here
to the match. Whew. You're taking a sip of that water. I need to follow suit.
Gotta drink that water. H2O. Highly recommended. Sponsored by Earth.
Let's see it though. Match gonna begin, and right away, Skull's able to find that first little touch, and that's another thing. Again, Faust crouch is something you have to think about in all of these different matchups here, and if you just throw the yo-yo straight, he is able to duck it.
Yeah, calling out with the 6P from Faust in there. And I like the use, like throwing out the item toss in there. Unfortunately, did get slipped on their own banana peel as a part of it, but being able to use the golf club to throw, like toss out the item a little bit further just to kind of keep setup viable.
Absolutely. Threatening at awesome ranges there. Roger on the reversal though, finds the knockdown and earns a lot of screen real estate afterwards there. Skull is willing to take that long walk backwards.
Yeah, try to go in for a 6H afterwards from Goldlewis. Itsy was already on the prowl in there as we get the hit into the corner, into the RC setup here. Going to be a good round start for Itsy.
Start of the next. Try to go for the 2P, 6P, reaching so high for Faust. I mean, this guy is an NBA center type of build.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe a little skinny for the modern game, you know, when he gets it done.
Yeah, could be a good center occasionally on that.
There we go, though. Goes in for the mix. Nice throw in the situation. What do we got for the next follow-up?
Goes in, get the side, runs up, get the command grab, put on new hairdo.
5K chucks the banana. A little bit of an explosion, slips on his own banana peel, unfortunately there. Forgot he laid it last lap, a little Mario Kart action.
Yeah, definitely. Like, seems like banana peels have been the name of the game in a lot of these scenarios that have been giving Skullduggers a little bit of trouble in this match so far.
Oh, PRC after the super though is able to get the 6P and the 5K. The trainer straight to the tip. Love to see it, and that's a round apiece now.
Like where you get those New Balances. Kind of keeping it down with the dust on there afterwards. We're in the corner. Another 5K combo, a counter on that. Going to get the wall afterwards on that. And even like Mini Faust is going to come in to help too.
Yeah, big homie just going to make sure that we're able to get the wall stick here. But here comes the super, breaking the shins. Where does this leave us in terms of the life is now going to be the question. And we've got just enough to be able to survive a throw in the OTG.
Immediate use of the jump dust on there, throwing out the items yet again here, and slipping on the banana peel that you just consumed on there. Going to be a strong performance from Skullduggers. They get this first match.
A comedy of errors as banana peels on both sides have just been a nuisance. That is going to be Skull. You can see the smile, too. You know, you get away with one here and there. It's a lot of give and take with Faust. The items giveth and they taketh away.
Yeah, like they're always, they can be there for you, but they're like sometimes you can't depend on them fully on that.
Try to go for the pull in there. Definitely like the burst timing. Didn't want to deal with the damage as well as the mix-up afterwards.
Into the wild assault on there after the use of the 2H on there going in the follow-up, but does get the hit on there, throws out the item for the donut here.
Okay, and we store a bomb too. That's actually huge, especially with the life total where it's at. So now whenever we lay that out, we're really going to put a timer on the situation potentially for Itsy, but no reason to worry too much about the bomb in my pocket. Another hairdo and another perfect for Skullduggers.
Yeah, gets it all set up here. We're trying to bait out an action from Itsy here. Just gets a couple of little clips in there, enough to set up the yo-yo. But Skullduggers is doing a really good job trying to using the float dash from Faust to avoid a lot of that.
100% agreed. Finds the low and forces the burst. Skull returning to neutral a bit here, but Itsy firmly in control unless 2P into 6P.
Holds it down just enough to play a little bit of Pong with the bomb on there on the other side. The side switch happening on there. You still get hit by the jumping dust on there afterwards. The multi-hits.
Got a little homing attack action, but the 6P and that mix would have crossed up. That was a great burst, I think.
And then here comes the meteors here. Blocks that, but gets on the other side. Does get a counter hit.
Oh, but the fast PRC ends up getting the throw. It goes Itzy's way.
Again, on the setup on there, get the little bit of homing, the spin ball action happening there to get the round.
Oh, a little bit too far away. Oh no, and 6H as the starter, you never love to see it, especially with the hammer behind it. A great suite of items we pulled in a row, goes for the pull in and sets it back down again.
Yeah, and you're still stuck in the corner on top of that, and you're getting a new haircut.
Oh no. DP working well. Super in response, hits her out of the air.
I can't believe, You know, I know that has a little bit of anti-air like that, but I can't believe that worked.
It reached a little higher than I thought it was going to. Looking good, 2 games in a row. Itsy, some major adjustments required here. No expected character swap. Maybe a little bit of a slowdown though, which I definitely respect. Not enough players just take a minute. Sometimes just go to character select, switch the music, you know.
Yeah, my favorite thing is if I know my opponent's grooving to the music, it's like you don't get that anymore. It's my song now. It's my turn on the jukebox.
Okay, though. Hammer is going to come through. Unfortunately, the timing wasn't quite right, so Skull does still have to spend that burst.
Love the pushback on there, just so I have to deal with Mini Faust still. Get the follow-up on that, and another command grab from Skullduggers.
That was such a toxic situation. The golf club on the 100-ton puts you in such a horrible position now. Itsy doing an okay job on defense, but unfortunately, it's a storm that you just can't weather. The Afro on fire again, and what do we do?
You're gonna have to wait it out here. You have Mini Faust also coming in, trying to go for. I think that was a missed input. Unfortunately, there. I got the punish in there for Skullduggers. We're on set point.
Doobie got the check. Bomb in the pocket. Meteors applied. Is able to escape though. Scarecrow unpunished.
Oh, the 2H does miss its mark, just a little too far away. The burst on there, but no, you can't get away. But Itsy has been very good at waiting for these teleports and getting the throw on there afterwards.
Good damage, and using Roger from the max range, very smart to be able to secure that knockdown.
Opts in for the low on there afterward. The Roger dive into the RC on there. We're going back into neutral territory. Oh, I love that side switch.
Oh, routing was 6. Still not enough to kill, but that's okay. We're able to touch the toes and go for the DP, evening up the rounds here. Another crucial one coming up for Itsy with no burst available.
Yeah, dangerous to be at this position against Faust with these resources here. Going to have to try to build it up, but unfortunately, you're going to have to worry about meteors. They're going to get hit and clipped a little bit there.
First poke worked out well. A little potassium on the way through. Not going to matter too much, though, as we go for the Wild Assault and the pressure again for Skull.
Itsy managed to get a little bit of distance in there, enough time to set up the yo-yo, but it is going to get clipped out of the air.
Oh, and Mini Faust makes that real pressure there. Good recognition of the trumpet, though, and is able to get the dash.
Happy to keep on the dash. Doesn't want to get hit by the scalpel at all here. Canceled out the RC after the scooter, like to kickstart my heart. Oh, the follow-up in there, like waited for the yo-yo to hit before approaching with the spin ball in there, and we got ourselves all the way in the corner. You are almost getting into potential negative penalty, though.
Oh, close slash into the cross-up. Is able to go into the form of the Scarecrow and secure the spot here. Verix and MFCR. Wow.
We're not letting the intros rock, though. We're keeping things fast here as we go in. Immediate use of the slash, and we're going in with the knee from MFCR to start things off.
2K2D finds the knockdown, looks for the cross-up. FD by some room, but you cannot deter MFCR. Uses the Wild Assault and forces the burst out from Verix.
Immediate use of the low, and we're testing out those back turn strats. Catches on the backdash from Verix in there. An opportunity to use that super and get onto the other side with that little bit of green positive bonus.
Distance closed, and is able to find the cross up there. But I'm glad that happened so early because that's something I wanted to highlight about this match. Is Verix is very good about using backdash, and MFCR is very, very good at being able to punish people for their habits if they're too predictable with them. So that's going to be a very push and pull situation we see a lot.
Yeah, we already saw a little bit of that, from Verix responding in kind, catching a little bit on that, using the deflect shield to push MFCR back. Still went for the parry option on there afterwards and got punished for it.
Again, the backdash is doing so well. Gets that double 5K though, and is able to go for the full far slash confirm super to be able to secure the potential finish. Yeah, should be just enough.
Absolutely here. We're bringing things down on here, tying it up 1-for-1 in this first match.
Oi! Okay. Play better strong. Came on through with the cross up there. Definitely love the ideas. We try to sneak in that overhead.
Going in, catching on it. We're going into the back turn state here. Catching on it. Oh, force the burst out on there from Verix in there. We're going to keep going. We're going back into neutral zone.
Close slash with the 5P. Of course, you give him a room. You give him any amount of room, he's going to be able to take it there. 2D does come through.
Yeah, you're going to get the follow-up on the OTG on there afterwards here. Break the wall down. The first one going to MFCR.
Oh, crucial. Right away, the 5K into Shizu.
Already bursting out of the way from that, but using that long range in there, getting a couple of confirms in there into the corner. Burst right back at you from Verix.
Oh, okay. 2K2D sets up the pillar. Definitely love the idea.
Oh, still, I forget you get a little bit of extra bounce on that there. Not enough to kill, but very close here. Looking for that final hit.
Oh no, and the dust comes through.
Yeah.
Just a quick uppercut.
Yeah, it doesn't even have to move. Just does the tap dust in there just to make things work out. The back turn here, goes back, keeps up the corner air, goes ahead and just spins the super on there afterwards here.
Oh, okay. Got that push away with the IBFD, continuing pressure pretty effectively here. There's the throw in response though. Setting things up well. Verix, if you're gonna make a stand, this is it.
Yeah, Verix looked like it was looking out for any of the options such as the DP from MFCR here. Again, waiting for the parry to come out, got a little bit of a punish in there. To the 6P RC time, and they're waited out and just waited for that final moment in there. It's like, oh, the burst is out. Gotcha. I got it. Mark it down. You were right, Proxy. This has been extremely quick so far.
Like I said, regardless of which direction it went, the playstyles clashing is going to be an explosion here. Back to character select. So maybe just a little bit of a slowdown here or potential consideration for Verix. MFCR, though, insta-lock in. You know he's ready.
But we're not making a change here. We're just taking that little bit of time to breathe here. This is a potential set point for MFCR to make it in to top 8 loser side here. Verix trying to keep alive.
Okay. Right off goes for the Shizu. Distance closed, but the back throw gonna secure things.
Got into the low. Crowd going a little bit wild out there. I can hear them.
6H, there's a good amount of chip in that moment. Doesn't get much else to follow though. 2D is interrupted and Verix, the adjustments are coming through. Great round to secure.
Yeah, definitely been playing a little bit of Fruit Ninja in the game room number 2 here at CEOtaku from that.
Oh no, but a flash kick finds the mark and it turns into the cross up. The mix-up game begins again.
Kind of keeping up, blocking on it. Does miss on the throw, giving Verix a chance to bring things back to neutral on their side. Once again, keeping it locked down here. First final coming out from MFCR.
The RC4 definitely looks good. Gets the overhead and is able to push it even farther forward. And just like that, it's down to potentially the final round. You can see he knows it. Both players, the nerves maybe taking over a bit here.
Yeah, getting locked down on there. Get the throw into back turn, but Verix says, no, I want that right back at you. The close slash in there. Going to get the wall. Full combo for your troubles.
Double 6H. Verix trying to get out of this game as fast as possible. Still has the burst, still has meter. Throw comes through, should be just enough, and it absolutely is. Verix not gonna go quietly into the night. 2-1 now on the comeback.
Just like that, we're getting more and more games, and that's what I want to see here as we go in. The slide has been a pause.
Yeah, but straight back into the breach. No time to hesitate here. Straight in with the Shizu Beyblade for the follow-up. Definitely love the idea, but another flash kick for MFCR.
Gets in with the 6P a little bit here. A nice little backdash away for Verix. Back to back turn. I like that. I kind of keep the backdash away, but these parries have not been working out for MFCR. Verix has been on point for a lot of this, just waiting for the right moment.
Yeah, definitely agree. The timing has been tough to deal with here. I love that little bit of hesitation as we press that normal as we go through, but MFCR finds the mark again. Gonna set up for the break with prominent plays, just enough. And now again, Verix on the verge. Might be sent home early.
That's a possibility as we go on. The 6P is trying to make the effort, but the little pause, the delay. Verix getting the 2Ps out of there and the corner.
Knockdown secured once again. Oh no, both of them so ready for the clash. PRC and on the double slowdown. MFCR doesn't let up for a second.
Into the wild assault. We're pushing into the other corner here. Gets hit with the overhead here. Going to be a significant chunk of damage.
Positive bonus. Has a wild assault. Has 50 meter. 2SM response though. Great stop sign.
Verix on that level 3 on there, but it's going to be the throw out of there just to finish things out. The fist bump has been made, and MFCR is going to be moving into top 8.
Absolutely, the dash up and the follow through. You can see the full crowd in support there for MFCR. And now, oh, you got something for me? What's up?
Oh, what do we have? What do we have? Can we see it on the screen? Will it focus? Let's find out. Oh, the
dude, he's so, I hate him so much.